Meanwhile, India too is closely watching the tensions in West Asia. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said the ongoing conflict involving the US, Israel and Iran is no longer just a regional issue, warning of serious global consequences for energy, food security and economic stability. Now, speaking in Berlin, Germany, during his official visit, Singh highlighted India's heavy reliance on the region for energy supplies, stressing that any disruption in the Strait of Hormuz directly impacts India's security and economy. Currently, Rajnath Singh is in Berlin on a 3-day trip aimed at strengthening defense ties with Germany, particularly in defense manufacturing and industrial cooperation. Rajnath Singh also noted that India has adopted a proactive approach to manage the crisis, with a dedicated group of ministers continuously monitoring developments and recommending timely measures to minimize the impact on the country. Echoing these concerns, MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said India is closely monitoring developments in West Asia and has stepped up diplomatic outreach across the Gulf. He noted that senior leadership, including the National Security Advisor, has recently visited Saudi Arabia, while External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar travelled to the UAE and the Petroleum Minister to Qatar. Jaiswal also added that multiple high-level engagements are underway, focusing on key priorities such as energy security, the Indian diaspora and broader strategic cooperation, highlighting India's coordinated push to safeguard its interest amid the ongoing crisis.
Continue to follow the developments in the West Asia region very closely. We've also continued with our outreach to countries in the Gulf region. This has been done on the directions of our Prime Minister. You would have seen 2 days ago, we had a National Security Advisor visiting Saudi Arabia. Prior to that, we had an External Affairs Minister paying a visit to UAE and a Minister of Petroleum visiting Qatar. In addition, we have had the Commerce and Industry Minister of India having several interactions with his counterparts in the Gulf region. All these are directed towards ensuring several issues that both sides, India and countries in the Gulf, are grappling with. The issues of energy, issues of a diaspora, other issues that are of mutual interest or concern.
But despite the monitoring of the situation in West Asia, India seems to be feeling the ripple effects of the Iran conflict on its fuel supplies. Now, LPG sales to households dropped 8% year-on-year in the month of March as state-run oil companies redirected supplies to manage a sharp fall in imports. According to Oil Ministry data, Indian refiners processed 5.55 million barrels per day during the month, down 2% from a year ago, while overall crude imports plunged as much as 17%. However, the import bill saw only a modest 5% decline to $11.7 billion, reflecting persistent price pressures. Now, the biggest hit was seen in commercial consumption. LPG sales to businesses fell a steep 48%, while bulk supplies to industrial users collapsed by over 75%. In contrast, auto LPG usage bucked the trend, rising more than 30%. Now, to manage the crunch, the government prioritized household supply, initially cutting off commercial distribution before partially restoring it. Panic-driven refill bookings surged early in the conflict but have since stabilized. Authorities also extended refill intervals to 25 days in urban areas and 45 days in rural regions, helping ease pressure on demand as the situation evolves.